E choke my people. Atiku slams President Bola Tinubu's regime. According to Atiku, he said there is no sign that Tinubu can tackle the severe hardship facing Nigerians. So in a statement that Atiku released through his media advisor known as Paul Ibe, the former vice president said the hardship across the country was pushing millions of poor Nigerians to the brink without any clear indication that the government had concrete solutions. And that is fact. So Atiku, who was the People's Democratic Party presidential candidate in the 2023 election, accused President Bola Tinubu of failing to confront the worsening hunger crisis in the country. Kai, it's so sad. The vice president said the hardship across the country was pushing millions of poor Nigerians to its brink without any clear indication that the government had concrete solutions. So at this time, there are no manifest signs that this government is capable of addressing the grim issue of severe hunger, staring the poor in the face after 2 years in power, Atiku said. So he equally warned that unchecked poverty and hunger could fuel widespread unrest, recalling historic revolutions that were triggered by similar conditions. And guess what? Sowore, Sowore said that Nigeria can never escape revolution. He said Nigeria this time can never and will never escape revolution. He says this after IGP's repeated failed attempts on his arraignment. They say that he is into forgery, he's into this, he's into that. They have failed to come out with proof that all these allegations against Sowore, that they have evidence. So Nigeria cannot escape a revolution. It is inevitable, according to Sowore. Since there is a failed attempt to arraign him for alleged forgery and cybercrime. He really choke. How can an Inspector General of Police Kayode Gbetokun accuse Sowore of conspiring with an unknown entity to forge police wireless documents? Then you have failed to arraign this man. Rather, they keep adjourning the case. They adjourn the case to 23rd of October. I laugh in France. Nigeria is indeed gone. It's indeed gone. As a matter of fact, even PDP has warned INEC that they don't want to hear any excuse in 2027 election, that if BVAS machines hardly fail, that the BVAS should not do so as well. It is funny, but it is reality. So at a press briefing in Abuja on Monday, the PDP's National Publicity Secretary, known as Dimo Ologunagba, accused INEC of deliberately sabotaging the electronic transmission of results during the 2023 presidential election in order to aid rigging, insisting that nothing short of real-time results uploads from polling units would be acceptable in 2027. Nigeria's opposition party PDP has declared that it will resist any attempt by the Independent National Electoral Commission or the ruling All Progressive Congress to manipulate the 2027 general elections through technical failures, warning that the era of glitches is over. It really choked my people. There must be no glitches in 2027. If BVAS machines work seamlessly across the remotest parts of this country, then INEC cannot claim that its BVAS machines suddenly fell on election day. That would be deliberate, institutional manipulation, and Nigerians will not accept it. Ologunagba warned. He stressed that Section 64, 4, 5, and 6 of the Electoral Act 2022 mandate electronic recording and transmission of results directly from polling units, saying INEC's excuses about system breaks down were a calculated effort to subvert the will of the people. And that is true. So the PDP spokesman said the party would lead effort to safeguard democracy, declaring votes must count and be counted. The only way democracy can thrive is for INEC to guarantee real-time transmission of results to prevent manipulation. Any attempt to abridge Nigerians' rights to choose their leaders will be firmly resisted by our party and by the Nigerian people. This man further lashed out at the APC for what is described as earlier electioneering and endorsement shopping, claiming the ruling party was panicking over PDP's resurgence. If the APC and President Bola Tinubu were truly performing, they wouldn't need endorsements. The real endorsement is in the lives of the people. Nigerians cannot feed their families, pay school fees, or afford basic necessities, yet this government continues to impose policies like the proposed 5% tax on petroleum products coming in January. That is not governance, it is punishment. He equally accused the Tinubu government of abandoning governance for politics, warning that Nigerians were tired of propaganda and photo opportunities splashed across newspapers while hunger and poverty deepened. The PDP demands for electoral transparency received backing from the African Democratic Congress known as ADC. Its National Publicity Secretary Bolaji Abdullahi told journalists that electronic transmission of results was an absolute necessity. If establishing a legal framework for the electronic transmission of election results will compel INEC to act rightly and deepen transparency in our electoral process, then the ADC will stand firmly in support of it. Both opposition parties insisted that INEC has no excuse to fail in 2027, arguing that the same technology that powers nationwide banking transactions must also be deployed to protect the sanctity of Nigerians' votes. And Sowore is now telling us that Nigeria can never escape revolution. This is where I am standing. No matter what, it is interesting. He's speaking after the adjourned proceedings. Sowore described the development as state panic in the face of resistance. Interesting court hearing yesterday related to the charge brought by the legal inspector before the Federal High Court. An allegation that he collided with an unknown entity to forge police wireless document. This was supposed to be the third occasion where the case would reach the stage for plea. But he is very, I don't know, maybe Sowore is happy yesterday. Not because he is not facing tribulation, but because of the brilliance, intelligence, and tenacity of the lawyers he went ahead with. More than 10 lawyers appeared for his defense, a move that Sowore hailed as a show of solidarity and professional brilliance. He equally noted that even more lawyers had volunteered, but we are asked to focus on other pressing matters since the case itself was a mere distraction. Nigeria is something else, so what is going on? He equally urged Nigerians not to be silenced by intimidation. The reason they are doing this is because they panic at our voice. Whether you can come to court or not, do not lose your voice. It is our collective voice that will destroy the citadel of oppression in this country. Oppression affecting retired policemen, serving policemen, teachers, traders, everyone, it must be put to an end. Sowore declared that Nigeria must never and will not escape this revolution. The activists linked the government's actions to global struggles, warning that Nigeria cannot escape a revolution. And that is how it will be. It is about the liberation of our country. We are standing firm because our position is not a personal crusade. It is not a tribal crusade. As we are complaining of this suffering, every tribe, be it Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo, everyone is suffering it. So liberation comes through many avenues: physical, mental, legal, and even spiritual. Today we must confront these people. We must have a way to confront them. Sowore declares. My people, what you got to talk? I think I love what I'm saying. PDP, APC, Nigerians, everybody is coming out with one voice saying enough is enough. Our main problem in terms of leaders are the INEC chairman, the INEC officials. They are the real problem. If they have failed to be bribed by these opposition parties, I don't think there will be a reason for us to have someone like Bola Tinubu as the president of the country to rule us and put us in this bad state we find ourselves in this situation. What is your opinion, my people? Kindly feel free to drop your opinion in the comment section. If it's your first time coming across my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the bell button so you always get notified whenever I post my latest content. I remember my home self, Chidinma Clement. Thanks for watching. I love you all.